Jessica Mbangeni and Dr. Kaden Lebray are embracing multiculturalism in music. The duo incorporates South African and American cultures in their collaboration. They have dropped the extended play, or EP, today titled The Dawning of the Dawn. And it encourages global unity, peace and sustaining preservation of cultural integrity and sustainability of heritage intelligence. They join us both. Good afternoon to you. I believe you are in New York. Jessica, we can start with you. I know it's 9 hours behind our time. Nonetheless, thank you so much for joining us. Talk us through the collaboration for starters. I know you've always been an advocate for the preservation of indigenous knowledge systems, preserving our culture, the taking pride in your identity. Jessica, talk us through the collaboration.
Greetings in the name of Africa, my beginning, Africa, my ending. Nali kubevle mvelu tibutyani sibazoshubela abantwana ukhala khulumla abantwana umgodo omdala wathi tamantshontsho dili kubevle mvelu on this day of the heritage celebration in South Africa, highlighting our unity in diversity, highlighting the Shaka the Great's day. We decided that we should bring the world together because all of us, we've got our cultures, traditions. Utumakas Gavi, the people without the knowledge of their culture, their traditions and the history of origins are like the tree without roots. We are spreading our roots across the world, finding each other. We are collaborating with Dr. Kaden Lebray, who is the chief of the Lakota Nation. You have seen the features of Espé. That is the culture of the native nations, the indigenous nations of the world that I came across through Dr. Kaden Lebray. And we've come across at the time when he has published a book titled Freedom. And his ideology came with the song that I've always composed in 2005 and later released last year, which is titled Dawning of the Dawn. And as soon as we came together and I performed the song, it just came in. The message cemented what is happening in the world right now, the unification of the world with BRICS, the negotiations, bringing the world together, highlighting that we are actually one mighty Gondwana land, and we are the embodiment of humanity, Ubuntu.
And that is very deep. And if you were to dissect it, as you're saying, these are things that need to happen intergenerationally so that the recording of the wisdom and the heritage and intelligence thereof is not lost from generation to generation, Jessica. And I think that has been your cry all along, your own personal mandate and sacrifice that you have made, not only to fly the South African flag high, but also to encourage culture, multiculturalism in diversity and unity, so to speak.
Yes, I have been conducting feasibility study across the world since the time I was working with the Grammy Award-winning Soweto Gospel Choir, traveling the world in 7 seas. I found out that the world actually is yearning for Africa. They feel that they've got African origins. And I found actually the globe it's got its own originality. We are all original, and those who have moved around and manipulate colonial systems around the indigenous nations, actually it's the propaganda that can be removed by us in our generation by collaborating with songs, telling our own stories, decommodifying our own commodities, because our intellectual property is the most important thing for us to build the museums, a point of reference where our children can be able to learn and keep on being the first generations of the world. And today we've got the dawning of the dawn with Dr. Kaden Lebray, and we are excited about it. People must look for it on online stores, and he's coming down for us to shoot the music video, which is going to be collaborations where I'll be taking him through the South African nations and he is going to learn about amaXhosa, Mandebele, the differences, Amapedi, and he's going to be learning. He actually is learning Xhosa right now, and whilst I'm learning isiTsonga, yinabatsonga mashangane, yinabotabakutongola shamono, and this song is going to be a world song because there are collaborations that are still coming with the artists from Colombia. So I'm using more the diasporic influences because we as South Africans, we need to shake up and know that we are the gateway to the African continent through our unity in diversity by our global icon of peace and unity, the great Nelson Mandela.
Jessica, let's also invite Dr. Lebray, who is joining us now. Good afternoon to you, and thank you again. I mean, Jessica had really just painted a picture for us in the extent of the work that you've done so far in celebrating multiculturalism and also just creating a global village, a universal village where all have the right to coexist and to be appreciated. Dr. Lebray, thank you for your time and just getting together with Jessica. Of course, she's a powerhouse. And I believe now you've also learning isiXhosa. There are many other layers to how this network and relationship can be leveraged on. What are your plans going forward? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Perhaps on my side, it might just be a technical glitch. Just please check if your audio is has been unmuted. There we go. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. The plans on thanks for having me first and foremost. The plans on my side is to get more involved with communities abroad, you know, Africa being the beginning, and using music as a tool to bring us together. I think music is a universal language. And again, I think if you was from China, if you was from Africa, if you was from the United States, if you was from Dubai, and you put all of those people from different countries in one room, there may be a language barrier, but music, instruments, sounds, that's a useful tool whereby all of those people from different demographics can find some relatability naturally. So it's important not to undermine the power of music, the impact that those drums have on people, different people that can be in one room that's never met each other, and how that can create some kind of synergy. And so, you know, when I came down to Africa, I came down for an award conference to give away $7,000 to the female minstrel cup. That's when I met Jessica, and we clicked right away. You know, we've conversed every day since, and I tell her when I heard the Dawn of the Dawn, I fell in love with it. And so my mother's name is Dawn, and Dawn is symbolic of new beginning. And so I thought this would be the perfect song for us to integrate or bridge the gap between Africa and the United States and create the basis for, you know, those two countries to find some synergy, with us two powerhouses being the driving force. Again, yes, she's a very powerful, influential woman, and obviously she knows when I work with her, I don't come to play. And so, world, get ready for us. The Dawn of the Dawn, it just dropped. Go get that, listen to that, and wherever y'all want us to come to perform and showcase and share the synergy, just call us, because we're gonna come and we're gonna give y'all all the energy y'all looking for.
All right, so the Dawn of the Dawn is an EP that will be released today across the world on various social media, digital platforms as well. We look forward to engaging with the music and obviously touching hearts and transforming lives as well. Is it just one single, or is it a selection of your top hits, so to speak, before the full album comes out? Jessica, I'll give that one to you.
It's a what you call it? It's a single at this moment, and we've got so much work to do. We've actually decided that we are going to do an album together. So there's music that has come in, but we are very nervous about this one. We were seeing big things, and we are glad that is out, and we're planning a music video that will be more interactive, where we'll be shooting a reality documentary of Jessica Mbangeni, because we need to aggressively come for the young people, because they only believe in intangible things like the show road to fame, share road to fame, the idols. They need to know how are we navigating into the world, and the value of who we are as the people, and the value of our commodities, the value of our culture, the value of our language, our ideology, authentically, because authenticity is the most important thing. Actually, is the basic key to the world, because even if you can get into the corporate space, but when we are not authentic, you are just academic, you won't achieve anything, because you will have to go through the team buildings and all that. So we want to find synergies that emerge towards successful measures that will create additional value for our children, for our families, and the nations of the world at large.
Yes, and Dr. Lebray, I suppose what Jessica is saying is the fact that, you can also create your own opportunities. You put in the hard work, you have the necessary networks, if you have a vision, and you've got the dedication and the sacrifices that come with it. You don't necessarily have to wait for platforms or international franchises such as your music talent shows. You can collaborate just on a person-to-person basis across the oceans.
And just imagine, because when music is actually the business card to the great things. Your merchandise, Jessica Mbangeni Kwantu Afrocentric Designs will be dressing up Kaden, Lebray, and his nations, which I'm even more than 13. I have learned about the First Nations. When I went to Yukon, I met them. I even came across the Aurora Pelores, the Northern Light. So which means this is significant, this collaboration is significant, that we are actually unlearning the toxicity from our society, bringing, rehabilitating the world, bringing the world together to be the most beautiful and peaceful place, filled with tranquility and love.
And love. And I just want to quickly read how well decorated not only are both of you, you are powerhouses, but Dr. Lebray, he was also recognized by the United States President, Joe Biden, for the song ahead of performing at the global conference in South Africa. And this is where the two emerged, or rather met and form the relationship that we're talking about. But your ideology and what you share as dynamic artists is that you want to rebuild the world, create an environment that is allows for people to thrive. The humility, the compassion, the love and nurturing. Just talk us through that aspect of the ideology that brings the two of you together, Dr. Lebray.
Oh man, so if you can't see already, I'm trying not to jump through the screen because I'm an extremely passionate person. I think what makes a leader a good leader is the energy they harness. And sometimes you can look at a person's presence and you can't tell the energy they harness. And so me, as well as Jessica, we're extremely passionate. I mean, you talk about conversations back and forth all day. Send me this. Send me this. All right, send me that back in 10 minutes. All right, send me that back. Because we're very, very passionate about our people, about the community, about humans, about women, about raising awareness about human trafficking, about raising awareness about poverty, but most importantly, not just talk about it, being the solutions to the problem. And so, like I said, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience because in the case of myself and Jessica, we are two people that's extremely passionate. And in most cases where I've had, partnerships, with all due respect to anybody I've worked with, we've all experienced cases where one of us may be more passionate than the other. And so it makes it a little bit challenging to get the task done, whatever that is. But in this case, both of us is on fire.
Yes.
It's almost like a competition sometimes. We on fire for the people, and it's every day. There's not a day where Jessica's not let's go get it. I'm ambitious. I'm ready to go here. There's not a day where she talks to me and I'm like, all right, I gotta go here. I gotta go here. I gotta go here. So yes, we're on fire for the people. And I can
love that.
promise
I so love that. I mean,
anytime
it's really
somebody walks
tangible.
in
We can, it's palpable.
Yeah.
We can really feel the energy and the passion that you both share. Really, really appreciate it that you could join us, one in Hong Kong and the other one in California in the US, Dr. Lebray and Jessica Mbangeni, talking about their EP that is dropping today. So you want to go on all social media platforms where you can download music. It's called The Dawning of the Dawn, and let us know your reaction to the music or how it touches you.